Hi, and welcome to the HBMA Virtual Conference. Thanks for stopping by our booth. I'm Megan Toombs. I'm a compliance consultant here with HCP, and I also have Brandon Utz, who's a compliance consultant here with me as well.
Hi there.
So we created a short video to help HBMA members understand the purpose of the compliance accreditation and provide information on what the program includes, takes to become accredited. As all of you know, compliance should be a main focus for RCM and billing companies, because if you're not adhering to compliance standards, your clients aren't going to do business with you. The HBMA accreditation is a way for your clients to know that you're not only serious about compliance, but your program is validated by the HBMA. And what are the benefits of using an HBMA compliance accreditation program?
That is a great question, Megan. There is so much that we've included in this program. All of it's going to benefit the members of HBMA. The first and foremost thing is obviously being a part of the HBMA Association is going to provide some additional discounts. It's available to anyone that is interested in pursuing a higher level of compliance, but we did want to provide some additional benefits to association members. So we do offer some exclusive discounted rates to HBMA members, especially during the conference going on this week as well. Some additional discounts there. So the program itself is tailored to meet the needs of HBMA member companies. We do understand that the focus and responsibilities of billing and RCM companies is going to be a little bit different from other healthcare organizations, especially when it comes to compliance, and so we've developed this program with that in mind. We'll focus on HIPAA and corporate compliance regulations. We've also included some other areas for support, HR and as well OSHA, right, to make sure we're hitting the full suite. We're also going to provide a step-by-step program that makes the process easy. Our turnkey approach has made the implementation a very seamless process for our clients. The goal is to ideally hit and maintain compliance without you having to dedicate more time than is necessary. Let us step into that role and take care of those things for you. We'll provide personal guidance through the program. You'll receive expert support and the professional tools through this program, as well as dedicated team members to help with monitoring your program and providing compliance and technical support through every step of the process, from initial onboarding through renewing each year your accreditation in the years following. We're going to help manage the program with our online dashboard that provides visual feedback for you. Our automated reporting with our easy-to-use dashboard makes managing and monitoring your program a little bit more hands-off to allow you to focus on the day-to-day responsibilities that inevitably will demand your attention. We understand how that goes. All right, the foundation of your program is going to be training your staff. We do understand that that's really going to be the foundation of any compliance program, and we've included customized training to be structured based on what your organization is doing to really help your employees maintain an atmosphere of compliance and understand their role and responsibility in that regard. And then as well, you'll have a dedicated compliance advisor. They'll be available for technical and compliance support, any platform training that may be needed, and even resources for further research and development. You'll have essentially a full suite of compliance tools that are going to be needed to ensure the highest level of compliance for your organization.
So as Brandon mentioned, the program includes everything that you need to become and remain compliant. When we talk about HIPAA compliance accreditation, these are some of the elements that are going to be included in that. So we start by developing and customizing policies and procedures that are specific to your organization. This is going to include training on HIPAA policies that are specific for business associates and those outside of that more clinical setting. This is also going to provide a HIPAA privacy certification and HIPAA security certification course for your staff. As part of the accreditation, you'll also have a security risk analysis that's completed and conducted for your organization. A corrective action plan will be provided, and our compliance consultants will work with you to actually perform those corrective action measures, make sure everything is up to speed and that everything is seamless as far as your security measures. The other thing this is going to include is privacy and security walkthroughs. Make sure as you walk through your organization or physically implementing HIPAA policies and making sure that those policies and procedures we've created are being implemented correctly. Your HIPAA threat matrix is included with this, a disaster recovery plan. We also get your information for business associates and clients. You're able to upload those right into the program, and then they are checked and monitored against the OIG exclusion list. You're able to track any expirations, any documentation as far as your agreements. And then you also have HIPAA breach determination and mitigation. So this is a support for the breach process. So having a way to document any incidents, knowing what needs to be documented, how to do your due diligence when it comes to suspected breaches or breaches that have occurred, and then having that support and the compliance advice on how to mitigate the breach.
And along with HIPAA, a corporate compliance program will also be implemented. We talk about some of the required trainings from a corporate compliance standpoint, things like whistleblower, fraud, waste, and abuse, things like Stark and anti-kickback, and even Section 1557 of the ACA. Essentially training your employees the standard that should be held for your organization when it comes to fraudulent activity or even suspected fraudulent activity. Going through, we talk a little bit about with HIPAA, with your business associates, your OIG checks and balances for not just your business associates, but your vendors and your employees as well, to ensure that no one is going to be popping up on any of those lists, and what you need to do for due diligence in case they do. And even things like your OIG work plan implementation and tracking, and we're also going to include things like your corporate compliance committee meetings, and as well being able to track any concerns through your corporate compliance hotline that we'll provide through this platform. So we'll tackle your curriculars and your extracurriculars with not just HIPAA, but also when it comes to corporate compliance and adherence to those standards.
Also, on top of the HIPAA and corporate compliance accreditation, you also receive programs to help with managing and being compliant in the areas of HR and OSHA. We'll go over OSHA as well. But for the human resources component, you'll have policies and procedures that are created to help with training employees as part of the onboarding. This is going to include your employment law requirements, employee policies and benefits. You can include information about your pay periods, PTO policies, insurance policies, making sure that you have everything that you need as far as being an employer and having that essentially an employee handbook, a virtual employee handbook. Your staff is able to take the training on that. You also have a course library that's included as part of this, and you have over 130 courses that you can assign to staff. And these are things, extracurriculars like active shooter training, customer service skills. There's courses on coding, courses on the diversity training, things like that. So that'll be included, and you can assign that, any courses that you want, to your staff as part of that. You also have the ability to create your own coursework. So with our learning management system, you have the ability, if you have a training that you have in a PowerPoint or some other format, you can actually upload it and include it as part of the training for your staff on an annual basis. One of the things that our clients really love about the HR program is the ability to keep track of everything virtually. So upload employee review documents, onboarding files, everything to do with that particular employee, and having everything right there electronically. With this, you also have the ability to keep track of any credentials as well as do background checks. So it helps with that pre-employment screening process as well. So as I mentioned, this also comes with the general OSHA safety course and policies and procedures. This is going to help for just any business in that setting, having the general safety policies, making sure that you're eliminating trip and fall hazards, making sure that you have the information out there on your evacuation procedures and general safety as it applies to your office there. We also provide, as part of that, OSHA posters and the forms that you need those postings that you put on the wall as well.
So one of the things we like to talk about when it comes to this accreditation program is the why, or the philosophy behind this. And I think really it can be boiled down to the idea that anybody can say that they're hitting compliance requirements, but not everybody can prove it. So that's one way this accreditation provides that for you. It's a great way to validate to your clients that not only you can say, yes, we are compliant when it comes to HIPAA requirements and corporate compliance and protecting PHI, but it's been verified by an outside source, and that can outline exactly what you've done to show your due diligence and prove that good faith effort on your part to adhere to the highest standards of compliance through this accreditation that you get. So this can be, a tipping point when you're trying to win business in this environment and create growth in a year that a lot of organizations have seen struggle. So this will really help set you apart. And, one of the things when it comes to pricing, we have, obviously at the end of the day, people are curious to know what the pricing ends up at, but we've broken it down very simply. It's a SaaS-based program. So essentially you have a one-time setup fee to get things going, to build your program out, to get things customized, and then we have a maintenance at a per month per user level. And like I said earlier, because of the HBMA partnership, we're providing extra discounts for that. And then as well, during this week, we have some time-sensitive discounts as well on top of that to provide, a little bit more incentive to make sure we can tackle your compliance requirements for 2020 and make sure that you can hit that accreditation sooner rather than later. So now is absolutely the best time to take advantage of the program to get things in place for the end of this year. So on top of those discounts and those extra discounts, it's good to have the accreditation to set yourself apart at a time when a lot of offices are struggling. So
we currently have 37 companies enrolled in the program. 25 have received their accreditation. So for more information on those companies and to see the HBMA seal on their website, visit the Hall of Honors page in the virtual conference.
We hope this video has been helpful to you to understand a little bit more about this program and the hows behind it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Myself or Megan will be happy to answer any questions that you have and give you a little bit more information.
Thanks.
Thank you.